What is up, YouTube? Hope you guys are all freaking doing well. Jaden here, back for another freaking video in a brand new location. So, as you can probably tell, we're not on the university campus any longer. Back in New York City, back in the shitty, if you want to call it that. But it's been a minute. It's been like over a month for sure. I think closer to like 2 since I've actually, well, not only been in the city, but more so been trying to hit a lift in the city. So that is indeed what we're trying to do. Currently walking through a beautiful Central Park. If you're from the city, you know what's up. Gorgeous, super lucky to have this. But yeah, heading over to freaking gym to hopefully do a bit of cardio and get a lift in. This is day 2 of being completely freaking fasted. Um, as you guys know, we had our massive granola, pita ziki, and peanut butter crash out 2 days ago. I estimated it something like 10,000 calorie surplus. And to combat that, yesterday I ate nothing. Ended the day with about 20, probably close to 2,500 calories active, and plus BMR, and did something like 5,000 deficit, plus 1,000 deficit from the day before, or not 1,000 deficit, but whatever. I did the math. Basically today, aiming for something like 4,000 deficit, and then we should be about equal, back on track. And so, that said, I thought, why not try and get a good amount of those calories out of the way by freaking walking through this beautiful, gorgeous park that we're freaking blessed to have. I mean, this is, really can't overstate enough how freaking nice Central Park is. Lucky enough to have lived here, or at least close to Central Park, like my whole life. And yeah, it never gets old. So today, thought I'd bring you guys along for a bit of a morning check-in through the park as we kind of walk around. That said, morning check-in wise, woke up this morning 170.6. Slept pretty damn well, and I don't know if you saw, but we're looking pretty damn lean. I do think we are still about a pound of fat heavier due to the crash out than we were post backpacking trip, which if you don't know is why well, chronologically, for you guys there might be no skip, but chronologically I did take about a week, 5-6 days off from lifting. Today would be a week, exactly 7 days after our last lift. Assuming we do lift today, that would end the streak of no lifting. So it's been a minute, and the reason why is because I was backpacking on a trip with my uni. It was freaking amazing. It was awesome. Cannot complain. But yeah, it's time to get back to the freaking thick of things to a certain degree, because we are going to be going to study abroad in like a week. Well, not a week, a few days, but hopefully settle down in a week. And I'm hoping that once that happens, we'll have a new gym routine that'll actually be more consistent for the next 6 weeks or so while we're abroad in freaking Spain, Barcelona, which is going to be amazing. If you guys are going to be there, hit me up. But yeah, that said, happy with the progress so far. Again, yesterday and today are a bit of a slog, but confident we can get through it. Had a bunch of electrolytes, basically just salt, a bit of magnesium, and some calcium, and some morning vitamin C tea. And so I'm feeling a bit more refreshed, not quite so crashed. Yesterday was rough. Went to bed super freaking depleted. Was tired at like 8, and then going to bed at like 10, and slept until like 8:40. Set my alarm for 6, and then woke up at 6. I was like, I'm not doing this. Went back to bed. And so yeah, can't wait to be back on track tomorrow in an actual freaking eating routine, actually bodybuilding. But you gotta do what you gotta do. You get a little fuck up, you just gotta unfuck it, right? So that's what's happening. Not a big deal, but today should go well, all according to plan, and we should be back on track by the end of today, ending the fast, and ready to freaking start anew. Not too much more to say. I mean, it really is a gorgeous day. It's like, I don't know, 70 degrees. No more cold New Haven, officially. I think we're officially done with that weather, which I'm super happy about. It's warm, entering summer. Can't freaking wait. Beautiful dogs outside. So, that's about it. But not too much more to say on that front. If we do end up lifting today, which I think we will, it'll be, I believe, a lower day because the last session we had was an upper. I was debating doing another upper just because the last session was before a massive backpacking trip, and those do tend to get a bit of, leg, especially like calf activation. But figure why not? Let's just hit legs, keep the routine going. So it'll be a lower session at a Planet Fitness. My mother has a membership, and I do not. So I'm going to be skirting off of that, but hopefully we'll get in and again, if I do decide to record that session, we'll get a few sets in. And hopefully not so packed gym, but it can get pretty crazy. Although it is a Friday, so people are working. Hopefully it's not so bad. But yeah, assuming my mic is working, you guys are hearing my commentary right now. I didn't really check, but that's kind of it. Not too much more to say. It's beautiful out. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this walk. I'm gonna try and get a ton of steps in today, hopefully above 30K. We'll see. It is a lot, but the less I do, the more I do walking around, the less I have to do in the freaking gym, which always sucks. So take from that what you will. I'll catch you guys on the other side, hopefully for a bit of cardio and a bit of a lift afterwards. Peace out then. Alright, so first freaking lift of any sort in like a week. Time is currently 3:11 p.m. When I first checked in earlier, it was like 10:40. So I ended up walking up here in like 2 hours. Nice long walk, got like 250 cals, 2,000 steps in. Took it nice and slow, took a few breaks. But just finished doing 90 minutes of the stairs. The machines at Planet Fitness tend to overestimate the cardio, I think. So it said I burned like 1,300 calories total, but I like to underestimate it. So I'm gonna go with 90 or 900 for 90 minutes. I just like to slap 10 per minute on there. Whatever seems like it's too high. But yeah, all that's left is a few sets of legs. Nothing crazy today. I am very fatigued, still fasted, so I'm just gonna do a set of leg curls, a set of leg extension, and then I'm thinking a set of adductor in some sort of, I don't know, compound pressing, maybe like a leg press, and then like more glute bias. I think that'll be it. Maybe a set of quad, but I don't know if I really need that. So super simple, super light, just to kind of try and retain muscle on this cut. And then tomorrow we'll actually have some fuel, and hopefully things will be a bit more conducive to an actual workout. But without further ado, already warmed up. Let's do a set of this. Okay, get out of here. Well, on the next machine anyway. Okay. So it's 2:05 for 6. So if we end up being back here in 2 days, that's going to be the number to beat. But that's it for good hand. Alright, so I did leg extension. It's actually going down, warming up, and I got to the bottom of the stack, and that shit just shot up, and I was like, fuck. So, a bit unconventional, but we're doing single leg, about, looks like almost 2/3 of the stack, 135. Shit was too light. So, this would be, well, central fatigue-wise, 2 sets. Local fatigue-wise, 1 set. Either way, we'll get it done, and then I'll move from this some sort of more glute bias movement, but it should be good for now, if we can get it done. Okay. 5.5. Take a second to do the other side. I wish this machine got a bit deeper in the stretch, but will do for now. Certainly enough to maintain muscle. So once we get to a real gym back in the routine in a few days, we'll be solid. Let's just bang this out. Okay. 5.5. So, do some adductor, and then we switch. Do some glute. Alright, so hack squat. Warmed up to this. Might be a bit too light. Might be, I don't know, I'm thinking hopefully 4 to 8 rep range. Might be a little bit less, a little bit more. Probably more. But again, today is more of a retained muscle. No PRs to beat. I never freaking lifted here. Certainly haven't hit this machine before, so I'm just gonna freaking get a set done. Hopefully it's a good set. Make it somewhat glute bias, somewhat quad bias, kind of feet right in the middle. And yeah, that's the plan. So let's freaking hit it. Okay. Shit. Well, that's that. I gotta take all these plates off now, but 5.5, I'll take it. Do a set of adductor. We'll be out of here. Set of adductors is up on the itinerary. Warmed up to 220. It's almost a full stack, but 205 seemed a bit easy, so this might be a bit easy as well. If it is, it'll be a higher rep set. Not the end of the world, but I kind of want to stay away from being too heavy and getting too low reps. Because the last few months have kind of been, or last few weeks of adductor training have been kind of in that area of too heavy, too low reps. So I'm going to push the other direction now. I'm going to work my way back up. But let's get a set done of this, and then after that, we'll either be done or we'll hit a set of calves. I gotta think about it. So we can push this. Okay. Oh, we call that 10. A bit light, nothing too crazy. I'm happy with that. I think adductors are one of those muscles that you start really strong on and they fatigue quick. That's good to know. All right, let's freaking finish up with calves. We'll be out of here. Oof. Let's finish up adductor. I was gonna do a set of calves here and go like nice and heavy like we usually do, but feeling a bit of a twinge in both calves. Might be overuse from all the cardio we've been doing. I'm not really sure. And so instead of pushing it, I'm gonna do something I don't normally do, which is lower the weight, do a bit of a higher rep, kind of just getting some blood flow to the calves, and hopefully this will put us on a track towards some recovery instead of pushing too hard and re-injuring. So do a little bit of this, and then we'll be out of here officially. Okay, that's good. Calves are nice and warm, and we'll stop it at that. Need some more recovery, so that's about it. I'll try and find a place to pose, but I don't know if there really is a place like that at this Planet Fitness. So if I do, we'll pose, and if not, catch you guys for a bit of I guess, post-gym commentary outside. But, well, let's find out. Freaking lunch alarm. Never actually seen one of those. I thought it was like a legend, but there you have it. Don't freaking drop weights. All right, so this is the extent of the posing room. It's about I guess, 5 by 4 square with this mirror, which, I mean, at least it's a full length mirror, but I think it must be like 9 inches wide. So, look, listen, I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna take what we got and try and roll with it. But don't say I didn't try. This is the best thing I could find. So, without further ado, let's see if we can even get any sort of look here as to what's going on. Super depleted. Haven't had carbs in 2 days, and we're looking at like what 90 minutes of cardio with a pump, if you can even call it that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if the lighting is conducive to a freaking pump check. I feel like it's probably not, but yeah. Frankly, I don't even know if this is worth staying around for. I might cut it short, but we'll get a little bit of a side leg here. If you guys can even see that. Other side. Yeah, the lighting here is not the best. I don't think there's really any other location though, so I guess they really don't want you posing down in Planet Fitness. But whatever. Why don't we wrap things up nonetheless? Good freaking session today. Today is day 2 of the full day fast. Like I said, we are at this point, I think after today, we will have basically negated the granola binge of like 2 days ago. So yesterday, let's say 5K deficit. Today should put us something at like I think conservative after I walk back home. Hopefully ending something like 500 calories from walking. I'm thinking a conservative 20 or 3,700, 3,700 calories burned. And so today and yesterday combined, it's like 8.7K add on 1,000 from like, well, just add on 1,000. I did the calculations before, but carrying over 1,000 from the day before that, before the binge, we're looking at like 9.7, basically 10K calories of deficit, and that's about what we went over. So, assuming all goes well, continues to go well, for the rest of today, we will have basically undone the damage and be back on track to freaking being absolutely shredded and diced to start off officially the summer cut and hopefully finish in a few weeks the cut as a whole. At this point, we are past day 100, just about. I think like 100, 101 exactly. Depends on how you count it, because I didn't really track over the backpacking trip, even though I'm pretty sure I did lose weight. But, the events of the last few days were undoing, and that's kind of not counting towards the cut either. So let's just say day 100. Keep it at that, and a few more weeks. Something like week 15, 16, 17, 18. I mean, we're basically at week 15 right now, so a few more, and we'll, somewhere around that 20-week cut mark, that'll probably be where we freaking end it. Somewhere around 160 morning fasted weight, which I can't freaking wait for, and I can't believe we're finally that close. So, like usual, thank you guys for freaking checking in. This is a good, well, as good as can be session when you're this deep into a freaking fasted state. But yeah, tomorrow should be back to freaking some sense of normalcy. Maybe back at Planet Fitness. We'll see how that goes, because I'm not a huge fan of what they got here, but it's enough. It can make you do. Either way, I'll see you guys freaking for the next lift, whenever that is. If it's tomorrow, if it's after, maybe I'll skip right to Barcelona. Who knows? But yeah, I'm also going to see a freaking bodybuilding show tomorrow. The New York Pro in Teaneck, New Jersey. Cannot freaking wait. First bodybuilding show I've ever freaking been to, so I'm probably gonna record a bit of that and get some of that footage up. That should be fun. But who knows what they'll let me record? Probably not much. Alright, I'm gonna cut it short. Stay freaking lean, stay freaking huge, stay freaking shredded, stay freaking hungry. Thank you guys, like usual, for checking in. This is Jaden out. I'm gonna go eat another few freaking packs of sugar-free gum and have myself one upset hell of a stomach tonight. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.